John Bosco, more commonly known around the world as Don Bosco, Don being a term of reverence given to Italian priests at the time. Through a series of dreams that he had at an early age, Don Bosco believed that he should dedicate his life to the service and well-being of abandoned young boys, and decided to become a Catholic priest. In time, through his work, he was able to increase his following of brothers. He named them the Society of Saint Francis de Sales, or the Salesians, inspired by the missionary work of Saint Francis de Sales. In 1885, Professor Boidi designed the Salesian coat of arms. Within the Salesian coat of arms, the shining star, the large anchor, the heart on fire symbolized the theological virtues. The figure of Saint Francis de Sales recalls the patron of the society. The small wood in the lower part reminds us of the founder. The high mountains signify the heights of perfection towards which members strive. The interwoven palm and laurel that enfold the shield either side are emblematic of the prize reserved for a virtuous and sacrificial life. The motto, Da mihi animas caetera tol, which simply means, give me souls, take away the rest, expresses every Salesian's ideal. Over time, the Salesian presence began to spread all over the world, and in the year 1906, the Salesians first arrived and set up their very first community in the city of Mumbai, then known as Bombay, and the place was known as Tardeo Castle. A little later on, in the Matunga province of Mumbai, through the hard work of a visionary priest by the name of Father Aurelius Maschio, a prominent Salesian institute was set up in Mumbai. After the setting up of Don Bosco Matunga, further Salesian institutes were set up in Wadala, Kurla and Andheri, following which they set their eyes on setting up a Salesian institute in a small suburb called Borivli. Welcome to Don Bosco High School, Borivli. It was on the 29th of June 1970 when a seasoned missionary and one-time provincial by the name of Father Anthony Alessi was appointed rector for the Salesian Institute to be set up in Borivli.
Father Anthony Alessi began this institution, who was a great pioneer and missionary in the Northeast. Father Anthony Alessi, being a missionary, called this institution St. Paul's School because St. Paul was the first missionary among the apostles.
To start an apostolic school here in Bombay was the dream of Father Maschio. So he was the one who took initiative, and in the year 1970, he started this institution in the name St. Paul Apostolic School.
As time went on and the new school got more popular within the Borivli community, it was decided that the school would not be run as an apostolic school, and it was the newly arrived priest, Father Joseph Menezes, that would make the first of his many important contributions to the school.
Father Joseph Menezes changed the name to Don Bosco from St. Paul's, and he was both director and the principal in the beginning, and he brought this school to a great height.
Don Bosco once said, "Always try to enlighten the mind while ennobling the heart." The teachers and the staff of the school follow this ideal very, very closely. Their primary focus is to provide their students with an all-round holistic formation referring to the growth of a student in all areas, whether it be in the classrooms or on the stage or on the playground.
My approach towards my students is creating awareness in them and giving them the resources, that is the knowledge, the understanding, the interest and the love to achieve their goals in life. I couldn't be happier with the class of my students who are intelligent, bright, understanding, loving.
What is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is maths. So then whenever I make some or the other mistakes, I always learn from these.
Welcome to Don Bosco School, Borivli. I've been here for the last 4 years and I've had a pleasant experience in the school. And down the years, the principals have worked very hard on developing the school into one of the A-grade schools.
I'm teaching here for the last 13 years and my experience with my students is very good. Our job is to prepare our students for academics, but we also prepare them for the future.
Our school life has many challenges which can prepare us for the future, so we know that we are ready and we can take up any challenge that comes up to us.
And that is something the Salesian community at Don Bosco School, Borivli have always done. These efforts can be seen through the Don Bosco Educare system and its introduction to Nyanodaya, a Don Bosco remedial project, also known as NIOS, the National Institute of Open Schooling. This program provides students a number of vocational, life-enriching and community-oriented courses besides general and academic courses at secondary and senior secondary level. Don Bosco Borivli's Educare system also provides opportunities to those children with learning difficulty and helps them with their education. Also through their community outreach programs, they provide study classes for children living in the slums. These classes are held both in the school for them and at selected outreach centers. Additionally, for the school students, the classrooms are constantly updated to ensure a better and a complete educational experience. Also, the students are provided with a variety of resources at their disposal. That includes a school library, a computer room, and of course, the school laboratory where, well, some things never change.
We always encourage our children to get themselves involved in a lot of co-curricular activities. For this purpose, we have a lovely ground. We have also started special coaching hours in which the boys get full-fledged training in all sorts of games and co-curricular activities. And many of the boys actively take part in this. We have gone a long way off now. We have got plenty of awards in these kind of activities. And I'm happy to say that there is a lot of encouragement from the parents, from the PTAs, from the management itself.
Here are a few memories of the most senior ex-student of Don Bosco, Borivli.
I remember Father Principal, Father Joseph, how he welcomed me because I had come from a different school and he welcomed me around. He showed me the school around and he was a very nice and a soft-spoken person. In the next year, I remember Sir Raghunathan, he was a class teacher and I think he also had newly joined and he was like one among us only. He encouraged all the other activities also along with the studies. Well, I passed the school in 1975 and all the values which I had learned in the school, the confidence which the school had given me in all the other activities besides studies really helped me.
In all his years of teaching, Don Bosco has held a proud tradition of impressing the importance of both education and faith in the growth of a young student's value system.
Faith formation is done in our Don Bosco education system with the spiritual worship, the annual retreats, the living by objective seminars, orientation programs. These are integral part of the educational system in Don Bosco Borivli.